When you're blue and kinda lonely too, you'll find a smile will go a long, long way. Though you're down, don't sit around and frown. A little smile will go a long, long way. Never grieve, just try to make believe the sky is blue, although you know it's gray. Don't you pine, it's just a waste of time. You'll find a smile will go a long.
It's Ron and Jen's Great Escape, the YouTube broadcast, number 162, episode 162. And it's always good to start off with Hazel on board, even though it does include her breath, which can melt steel.
Buddy, you always have that poopy breath. I'm 166. This is 166.
62.
62.
162.
And she still has bad breath. She's had it since the first one.
She's got to get her teethuses clean pretty soon.
The first one. But we love you, and you're the best mascot in the whole world. Yes. So what's going on here, Ron?
Well, it's okay. What's going on here?
Yeah, what's the matter?
Inflation. I want to tell you about this.
Well, you seem down today.
Yeah, well, I am a little bit.
Why? Why are you down?
Because I'm facing surgery on my back, which is never a lot of fun. No. But anyway,
you'll be okay.
Enough about me.
And if you're not, well then God's got it. God will take care of it.
Thank you so much. That makes me feel so much better. We talk about inflation all the time. Remember the good for what ails you when you were a kid? Mom and Dad always went to the Vicks Vapor Rub, right?
Yes.
Whether or not it was under the nostrils, on the chest, on the throat, whatever. Look at this. This is a jar of Vicks Vapor Rub. It's not even 2 ounces. Guess how much this cost the other day?
$7?
$9.
Where'd you get it?
CVS.
Well, CVS, everything at CVS is grossly overpriced.
Yeah, but still, even if you got
it
on
Walgreens.
You went to get it on Amazon, it's like $7.50.
Yeah,
less than 2 inches. 2 inches less than 2 ounces.
My car insurance went up $40.
You know why?
$40.
You know why?
I do. I think I know why.
Because they can.
Well, no.
It's like a dog licking itself.
Well, to be fair, this is the one area, I'll say, because I still have a loan on my car, so I have to have full coverage, right? So if I didn't have full coverage, I wouldn't be paying so much. But anyway, I know that it costs more for parts. It costs more for people have more technology in their vehicles and, chips and things and whatnot. And wages have gone up and there's still shipping container issues and all of this. So and a lot of accidents. A lot of young people are getting in accidents. I have USAA, and my rate was high. It was about 196, 194, 196 for the longest time. Then all of a sudden it went to 206, and I got my bill today. $241.
You know what pisses me off about stuff like that more than anything else is it's when we bundle with Cox because it's a freaking monopoly, to switch over to Verizon, which is equally as unreliable and just as expensive.
What about Flow? What about Progressive?
No, I'm talking about internet and that bundle.
Oh, that bundle.
Yeah, and I love it when Cox just out of nowhere your bill will go up like $30 a month and they don't explain why.
Yeah.
And then you don't bother calling them because you're going to talk to somebody in Haiti. But you go to the office. I go to the place in the Warwick Mall, right next to it's right next to the carousel. It's just kind of funny. And then you just nickel and dime. You say, why did this go up $30 a month? Can you explain? Well, this ran out and that ran out. And I'm saying, I look at them and I say, don't you give people any warning whatsoever? You just want to sock them that 1 month, when they're ignorant. It sucks. Cox sucks.
They do suck. My poor mom, she went in and, it was the last time that she doesn't leave the house much anymore, but we stood in line and waited, and we talked to the girl, and the girl said, if you sign up today for a 2-year plan, your rate will not go up. It will stay it was at 188. It'll stay at 191 for 2 years. And then the boss comes out from back where some guy says, well, but if taxes and fees
things
go
that
up,
we can't
control. That's what he said. She's paying $221. It went from 191 to 221 over this 2 years. And my mom's she doesn't even fight it anymore. She just says, what are you going to do?
You go in and you do two things.
$200 for cable.
One, you threaten that you're going to switch to Verizon. Oh, no, sometimes it works. Depends on who you're talking to. And then you just go line by line. nickel and dime. Do I need this? Do I need that? What are the specials now? They've always got some kind of stuff that they don't tell you about because they want you scratched.
But
That's
everything's going up. I mean, Netflix raised their prices again. Amazon, if you have Prime.
VIX.
Yeah, if you have Prime, you have to, before there were no commercials or anything. Now you have to pay $4 for extra if you don't want commercials in the middle of your show. It's just it's madness. And
I don't mind the commercials. Get up and go take a pee. Well, if it's going to cost me $4 a month to be commercial free, no thanks.
Yeah, so anyway, and they say, by the way, in Rhode Island, I don't know if it's cross country, but insurance will go up 12.1% because of those fees and costs and higher wages and all of this and inflation. So I don't know, when the pundits, whoever it is, I don't care who it is, across the board say, oh, well, the economy's booming. It's the best. Some guy wrote on Facebook, best economy in 60 years.
Right.
I didn't even, I deleted him. I said, I can't participate in your madness. I mean, anybody that believes that shit is insane. It's insane.
It's just gonna get worse too.
In
this zany presidential election cycle that we're in.
But gas has come down miraculously.
Yeah, right. Isn't it? Wow.
Isn't it wild?
I wonder why.
How? Well, because we know why. But we're buying from Venezuela. We're buying from who's the other one that we're buying? Is it China? Are we getting?
We buy it from everybody except ourselves.
All the people that hate us, we're spending money.
Right.
We're spending money to get cheap so they can look good. Well, gas is cheaper, so everybody will be ignorant and shut up.
Hey, there's a new place that's opening up that is right up your proverbial
It's
alley.
Uplifting. Sorry,
yes.
guys.
If you hunger for games, get it. That was the headline in the Providence Journal. Some new thing. Don't give me credit for that thing. Some new activity place, I guess it's called. Interactive games and stuff like that. Where is it? Providence Place Mall.
Yeah. So
can this give Dave and Buster's a run for its money?
I don't think so.
No,
because it's a different beast.
Yeah,
and so
it ain't for kids.
No, it is. Isn't that great? It's not for excellent, right? So, and I love kids, but nobody wants to go hang out with your friends.
I don't
and
love
have
kids.
Screaming babies and
that's right.
Screaming mothers screaming at their husbands because their screaming babies are going off the chain. So, anyway, adult playground. It's called Level 99. So if you zip by the Providence Place Mall. And I did a couple months ago or a month ago. I was with my best friend. I think we were going down to Wright's Farm, and I said, "What the heck's Level 99? Is that kind of like one of those? What did they have something up at Lincoln Mall? I can't remember the name of it.
The only thing at Lincoln Mall.
Yeah, you buy candy and all kinds of stuff. Oh, Five Below. And I said, "Is it that?" She said, "I don't think so.
Oh, no,
I think
no.
It's kind of like escape rooms and
a strange
mental teasers and
strange branding though because of the restaurant.
Yeah.
99s. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is. So here's the deal. One way to describe Level 99, if you want to know, it's an adult playground. Others have described it as being in a real life video game or a wonderland for adults. At its core, it's part gaming space, one part bar, and one part restaurant. So it's a mix of physical, mental, games and communication games, physical, mental, communication games. There's 43 distinct rooms whittled down from a list of more than 2,000 ideas.
Wow.
Yeah, this according to the founder. And what that tells me is if you've ever been to anything like an escape room, this is sort of what it is. At my birthday, I went axe throwing somewhere in Rhode Island. I don't know. My friends took me there. We went axe throwing.
Give me a head start on that.
Yeah, and we went to this escape. Well, thank God I don't drink anymore. That would have been terrible. Definitely would have been a lawsuit. So but we went to this escape room place and a go-kart place, and that's what it was. You have a certain amount of time. You pay, let's say, $40 for 3 hours, and you go, and you don't win anything. I mean, but you
no, it's like going to an amusement park.
Yeah, you go into these booths, and there's brain teasers, and so there's math ones, and there's visual aid ones, and there's hands-on ones, and it's a lot of fun if you're into that thing. I mean,
so what's this cost?
So, this is the thing, though. So you got to have a little scratch.
Yeah,
so,
really. And who has disposable income these days?
I don't know. So, you can go if you don't want to play. By the way, you can just go for the food. I don't know how good the food is, but 2 hours of play gets you access to all the games. It's $30 per person.
Hazel seems excited about it.
Yeah, 4 hours is $40, and an all-day pass is $50. On the weekends, there's a premium of an extra $5 per person. So you don't have to play games that says you can grab a beer, you can do whatever. You can check out. There's art by. I like this part. There's art by local artists.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, local and international artists.
So in a way, it is like Dave and Buster's. But if you want, you don't have to play the games. You can just go for a brewski or a cocktail or some grub. Yeah. Difference is this has just adults.
Yeah, there's no Zoltar or Galaxian or Pac-Man.
Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, or Wheel of Fortune. If you're trying to get the coins or Plinko, there's none of that stuff. So. If you're looking for that, Dave & Buster's it is.
One of the things that you were chanting as you arrived at Chez St. Pierre today to tape this fine podcast. Pardon me. There's Hazel again.
Hi, Hazel.
You said winter is here. Winter has arrived.
It's officially here.
It's a great stop for winter. One of the 4 Greg's, great locations because they got their winter seasonal menu out. That includes a great dessert, strawberry shortcake cheesecake. They also have a great French onion soup at Greg's.
They do.
Tremendous. And they also have this great tomato soup that they pair up with a grilled cheese, Jen.
Yes.
Was that perfect for comfort food?
I had that for dinner last night.
Isn't that great for this time of the year?
Damone.
Yep. Isn't this great? Every Thursday night from January to May, you can enjoy live music, too, in the taverns of the East Providence and Warwick locations of Greg's while you dine or grab a drink in the tavern. Function rooms are always available, too. Greg's for quality, for value, for cleanliness, Rhode Island tradition for over 50 years. And visit them in gregsusa.com. See what is up. And if you want peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are being cared for and they are safe in their own home, contact our pal Brenda Lee O'Hara and her great team at O'Hara Senior Care Services, 401-345-1811, online at o'haraseniorcare.com. And we also want to mention our friends at Operation Stand Down, Rhode Island.
Yes, we do. I have to mention them because they're just terrific people. If you're a veteran and you're currently serving, or if you have someone that's serving in your family and you know that they need help, but they won't ask, because a lot of veterans don't like to ask for help.
That's
Trust
true.
me. I know. You guys can call too. Rhode Island's primary nonprofit for vets is Operation Stand Down Rhode Island. They help vets with housing, employment, basic needs, VA disability benefits. If you're a vet and you need support, just call your battle buddies over at Operation Stand Down Rhode Island. If you need more info, you want to check them out. What do they do? You're uneasy. OSDRI.org. OSDRI.org. Before we move on, look what I got Ron for Christmas. Isn't this great?
Isn't this great?
This is great. Look at this.
Well, Hillbilly Jim was among the gifts.
That is great, but so is this.
Hillbilly Jim.
So, look, a 6-pack of Bud. Ron doesn't drink Budweiser, but that is not the point. Look what kind of top it is. Pop top. The old-fashioned. And
the old ones.
If you can believe this, I got this in an antique store. I got this whole...
Well, it's an antique. That's why.
Yeah, in an antique store.
It's the old pull tabs.
Yep, you can never drink those. So these are ones that our dads would drink, I think.
Harry Carey would drink those, too. He said,
so,
hey!
Just you throw it up on your shelf.
How does a guy from the Dominican lose a ball in the sun?
Oh, wait.
Harry
I
Carey.
also got you Richard Nixon.
Nixon's,
Win for Nixon.
Nixon's the one.
Nixon's the one.
Nixon's the one.
Why is your pet rock not in his box?
Well, I haven't had a chance to unpack a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Well, leave that alone now. That's very, it's delicate.
It is
Pet
delicate.
rock.
This is an official pet rock from 1975.
Before we get into something strange this way comes, something very bizarre is going on in the home of the late Suzanne Summers
this is such
that Jen will share with you in just a moment. I want to touch on what you wrote about in our column, which drops every Wednesdays in Rhode Island News Today.com. Why does Hollywood reimagine anything? It's a great question. It was a really good, and you can still recoup the column from last week. Why did they remake this thing, The Color Purple? And why did they remake anything in Hollywood? Why do they tackle remaking stuff that has? It's not going to go anywhere. And you cited so many that are absolutely, perfect, because the knockoffs, they ain't always going to work. And it's not just about knocking off Gone with the Wind or The Wizard of Oz. It's about knocking off Stink Burgers, The Little Mermaid, West Side Story. What a bomb that was, Steven Spielberg. Why do you even touch
that classic?
A Color Purple.
Why?
What about Alfie? Why would you? What's it all about? I mean, and they don't even call them remakes. They say, we have reimagined.
Reimagined.
They
yes.
Reimaged.
Well, this is, and that's the thing. I mean, I think that if I would feel better if people just said, you guys, you know what? We're running out of ideas.
Exactly.
We want to take A Color Purple and we want to redo it. Maybe this new generation of eyeballs will find it interesting. But that's not what they say. They say, we're going to reimagine The Little Mermaid. So we're going to do whatever. And it's just a bunch of crap. And they think that, hook, line, and sinker, we're going to buy into it. Anyway.
I'll give you two of the worst.
Yeah, I was really, A Color Purple was it cost about $100 million to make.
Right.
And it hasn't even maybe it's reached 50 mil globally by now.
Horrible.
But yeah, it's just, and the thing about the Color Purple is it went to Broadway, so they decided, there was music in the original, but it wasn't a musical.
Right.
So now the new Color Purple is a musical with Fantasia. And they say that she's a tour de force, and Oprah backed it, lots of money. But the thing about this film, outside of why would you redo The Color Purple, which is because I love the original. I love that movie. I've watched it a million times. There's just something about it. I even loved Oprah in that. The new cast isn't likable. They're angry. There are so many people when they do interviews, they're just pissy or angry, or they ask, well, why do you think this isn't doing well? It's right away
defensive.
They get that look on their face, and it's like, wow, I don't even want to watch that. I don't want to see strife and entertainment,
because we sure need more of that attitude now.
So I don't know, but why do they do this? Because they're lazy and they think that it's going to work. I guess they're stupid. I don't know. Doesn't.
Maybe the biggest offense of all time, the remake of Psycho.
Yeah.
Which was basically shot by shot. I mean, how do you make a better film than Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's classic?
But who is in it that's now dead?
Vince Vaughn.
And
Anne Heche.
Anne Heche. Why? And if you're going to redo Psycho, you want A+ listers in that. And
Good luck.
And it better be a Brad Pitt or
Good luck.
a Tom Cruise or somebody that's insanely hot out there.
Doesn't matter.
Anne Heche and Vince Vaughn.
Page 2.
Just,
Anne Heche, Vince Vaughn. I feel like Bennett Brower. Remember Chris Farley's character, Bennett Brower? People say that I don't bathe.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
pick my own scabs. It was a great bit.
Yeah,
All right.
Flush the toilet.
What is the madness? What is the madness that's happening in the home of the late Suzanne Summers?
Yeah, so Suzanne Summers, sadly, she perished some time ago. She died she did. She went home to the Lord, I believe. Anyway, she died of breast cancer. And sorry, guys, I got to do this.
Me too.
And her widower, Alan Hamill, who they used to have sex 3 times a day, and you said he's probably seeing things and hearing things because
he's not
having the Kanuki anymore.
Right.
But he says he may not have been a believer in the afterlife at first, but he is now. Hamill says that since Summer's passing, get this, odd things have been happening around the couple's Palm Springs.
Odd things.
Yeah, California home. 3 things have happened the same day that were very strange. This is what he told page 6. Okay.
I don't clean my crotch area.
A hummingbird flew into our house and made the rounds in the kitchen, in the living room, and the dining room. The bird then hovered in front of a framed picture of the couple and even landed on top and stayed there. Okay? Long enough for him to get a photo of that visit. After that, the fireplace started all by itself. And then some music. And then some music came on by Suzanne's favorite composer.
Who's that?
It doesn't say.
No.
Hamill now says he believes there's something more. I'm a believer now that there is an afterlife. I'm convinced of it. I think there's something we don't understand. I think there's a plane somewhere. After we discard our bodies, we have our soul. Yes, I believe that too. I think our soul is energy. The soul must go somewhere and do something.
All right. Do something 3 times a day. Thanks to Greg's and their 4 great locations, gregsusa.com, O'Hara Senior Care Services, o'haraseniorcare.com, and also Operation Stand Down, Rhode Island, osdri.org. Follow us on the radio on Saturdays on News Radio 920, WHJJ, 104.7 FM, streaming everywhere at 920whjj.com. That's Saturday mornings at 7. And read our column, Rhode-IslandNewsToday.com, every Wednesday when we really open up and let it rip. All right, so have a great week. And we will check in with you soon. Ron and Jen's Great Escape. Oh, and on Facebook, too. Check
yeah.
out our Facebook page, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Pray for him. He's having surgery.
All right. Thank you. Bye.